Worldwide, more than 70 billion land animals are killed for food every year because there is a large demand of meat and beef and dairy. Anywhere between 37 and 120 billion fish are killed on commercial farms each year, and another 2.7 trillion caught and killed in the wild. There's a negative environmental impact of animal agriculture, and it is huge. We're breeding animals into existence to raise them for dairy, meat, and eggs, and they require tons of natural resources. And the agriculture causes air and water pollution. 91% of already deforested land in the Amazon is used for livestock pasture, as a report from the Food and Animal Organization report. 80% of all agricultural land is used for livestock. This is a huge. Livestock on the earth, total land covers 45%, nearly half. 1/3 of land is desertified due to livestock. So animal agriculture is the leading cause of species extinction and habitat loss for wild animals. Species are dying out of rhythm 1,000 faster than the natural state rate. We have entered the 6th mass extinction of life on Earth, causing a biological annihilation of wildlife. Grains and water worldwide, we are feeding. The 50% of the grain is fed to livestock. In order to create 1 kilo of steak, a cow needs to eat up to 25 kilograms of grain. And 15,000 liters of water are needed to produce 1 kilogram of beef. And the milk as well, it consumes too much fresh water. Contrary to popular beliefs, 80% of the soybeans grown worldwide are fed to livestock, not for humans. We are currently growing enough food to feed 10 billion people and still can't end hunger. We are now 7.3 billion people. Animal agriculture is responsible for 20% to 33% of all freshwater consumption in the world today. As US statistics, eating one hamburger is equivalent of showering 2 entire months. If you want to preserve water, we are doing it wrong. The ocean, the overfishing, as many as 2.7 trillion animals are pulled from ocean each year. 3/4 of the world's fisheries are exploited already or depleted. The ocean by 2040 will be empty. There will be no stock. The wild catch, for every 1 pound of fish caught, up to 5 pounds of unintended marine species are discarded as bykill, just like dolphins and other wild animals. The waste, a farm with 2,500 dairy cows produce the same amount of waste as a city of 400,000 people. Chicken, turkeys, pigs, and cows on factory farms produce waste that frequently spills over into waterways, killing millions of fish and contributing to biodiversity loss in marine ecosystems. Fish farms produce a slurry of toxic runs of their manure, which fertilizes algae in the oceans, reducing the oxygen. Greenhouse gases. Animal agriculture is responsible for 18% of greenhouse gas emissions more than the combined exhaust from all transportation. This is a report by the UN. And of course, their products, the livestock and their products account for at least 51% of all worldwide greenhouse gas emissions. The methane, you already heard of methane. Okay, the methane is 28 times more destructive than the CO2 on a 20-year time frame. And as well, the nitrous oxide of the decomposing manure from the cattle produces so much toxins. And as well, the fertilizers, the manufacturer of fertilizers produce carbon dioxide as well. We are destroying the forest in the Amazon in order to make space for land animals and their food. The trees, okay, take the oxygen from the air and store the carbon, and this is not happening. The CO2 is still in the air. This is the big problem. We are destroying the earth, and of course, businessmen, it is very profitable. This is the main problem in the world. Over the last 80 years, factory farming of animals has become a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it is being ruled by few stakeholders. They use campaigns such as Happy Meal and Happy Farms, etc. This industry is full of dark secrets, as you see, blood, money, and damage. And we are consuming these products blindly. 20,000 scientists lately have now signed Warning to Humanity. This is a second notice, and it was published recently. Human beings and the natural world are on a collision course. A 2018 report by the UN on climate change declared that we have just over a decade to prevent irreversible climate catastrophe. Why vegan? Eating a vegan diet could be the single biggest way to reduce your environmental impact on Earth, researchers at the University of Oxford. A significant reduction in livestock raised worldwide will reduce the greenhouse gases relatively quickly compared with measures involving renewable energy and energy efficiency. It can also reverse the ongoing world food and water crisis, and the land used for agriculture could then be reduced by more than 75% and still feed the planet, of course. The vegan diet, a person who follows a vegan diet produces equivalent 50% less carbon dioxide and oil, much water, fresh water, and of course the land compared to a meat lover. This is what's happening today. We are creating meat directly from plants. And it is way more sustainable. You can see the difference. We are reducing our footprint carbon, and we are reducing the fresh water consumption, land, the greenhouse gas emissions, and energy. The Beyond Meat, it's patties made directly from plant, received the United Nations Champion of the Earth recognition for creating a sustainable alternative to beef. Another option we have now, what is called the lab-grown meat. They take stem cells from animals without hurting them and produce in labs patty normal, and it is called clean meat. This is a quote from Richard Branson, a big investor in plant-based protein. I believe we will look back and be shocked at what was the accepted way we killed animals for food. I think that in the future, clean and plant-based meat will be the norm, and in 30 years, it is unlikely animals will need to be killed for food anymore. Majority of global consumers will not eat meat from slaughtered animals by 2040. according to a recent report published by Chicago-based business consulting firm ATKD. Thank you. If you want to see the change in the world, you have to be the change.
Thank you.